Alright guys, doing a little video today on some trap preparation. We're getting ready for the 2023-2024 trapping season. I'm going to get some coyote traps prepped today, get them dyed and waxed. We're using the logwood trap dye, and then we got some wax sitting here melting down. Whenever you go to wax or dye your traps, you want them to be pretty rusted up. You want them to have a good coat of rust. That helps that dye really soak into it and get that real nice black color. As you can see, I just got a fire going in my fire pit. A couple pieces of metal over it with this barrel. I took a 55-gallon drum and chopped it in half, and that's what I use to get my traps going. We got the dye in there already. It's already going. I got the first round of traps in there, and then here in about 30-40 minutes or so I'll pull them out and I'll hang them back up there to kind of dry a little bit, and I'll throw a new batch in, and while those are going I'll try to wax the ones that I got in there. I'll put them in there one by one in that wax, and I'll hang them up to dry. So I'll get with you guys in about 30 minutes or so and show you how I do that. Alright guys, we just got the first batch of traps pulled out of the dye. I'm just going to hang them there and let them dry off a bit before I put them in the wax. As you can see, we got a few more dozen traps at least foothold traps to do. So we're just going to load her back up. It's pretty simple. Just take your traps, drop them in there. I like keeping them on wires and clusters of half dozens. That way I can just grab the wire and chuck them in. I can leave that wire. I just bend that wire over the lip so I can grab them back out pretty easy. And we'll just grab another bundle of them here. Go ahead and throw them in. That's it, guys. Let them sit there and boil down, and I'll start waxing here in a minute once these get a little more dry. Alright guys, you can see we got our other next round of traps in there boiling, and our wax is all melted and ready. So it's pretty simple here. All I'm going to do is take these traps, set them in there for a second, and pull it out. I'm going to let all this stuff run off of there. I'm just going to hang it up here, let it dry off. I really need to get some more wax, but all that popping, all that's just water, whatever water was left on the traps. So you can tell that wax is good and ready. It's just running off these traps. That's how you want it to be, guys. So we're just going to sit here and do the rest of these, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, well, we're pretty well done. We got some beaver traps in there now. They're not going to get waxed, they just get dyed, the footholds for beavers. And then I got a bunch of conibears. I'm just going to cold soak in that dye for a day or two. But here's our coyote traps. They turned out pretty nice. They're looking good, guys. That's how you want them to look when they're done. You don't want to be able to see that wax. You want them to just look nice and fresh. These are ones I just pulled out not long ago, so they're a little wet, but Doesn't take long. You want the thinnest coat of wax on these things. But, yep. We got about 5 dozen traps here ready to be put in the ground and catch some coyotes. Take it easy, everybody.